Hey everyone, welcome again to Prospeak. As always, we're here to spice up your speaking with cool expressions. And today's phrase is a classic one: nip it in the bud. Repeat that after me: nip it in the bud. Good. So, what does nip it in the bud mean as an expression? Well, it's all about stopping something early, before it grows into a bigger thing. Think of it like this: catching a tiny issue and squashing it fast before it becomes a bigger problem. Putting out a spark before it turns into a wildfire. That's definitely proactive, quick, and super smart. Let me give you an example. Imagine you notice your little brother sneaking extra cookies every night. Because actions breed habits, and you love your little brother so much that you don't want cavities to ruin his teeth, you decide to chat with your mom about it. Look, Ma, your lastborn has been sneaking extra cookies every night. Sugar isn't so kind to dental health, and I thought you should know so you can nip this behavior in the bud. Mommy has to step in and set some ground rules before it's too late for the teeth. You've stopped the problem before it gets out of hand. Easy, right? Or another scenario involving you and your partner. Lately, you've been forgetting things: birthdays, dinner plans, that thing she told you yesterday and again this morning. It's becoming, well, unbecoming. And here comes the time for reckoning one evening over dinner. Hey, I know we've been together for only 2 months, and your head is full of things, and you forget some of them, and a lot of which are my things. But can we try to kill the forgetfulness, shall we? Let's nip this in the bud. It's soft, but it lands. Probably you'll both laugh. And even set reminders on both your phones. See? Love is just saved there. All it took was one gentle nudge with a cool expression from Prospeak. Cool. Another scenario. Your friend just sneezed for the third time in a row. You're worried about the eventuality, but they think it's just a small cold. But you go like, nope. We need to nip this in the bud before it turns into a full-blown flu. And you hand them a cup of lemon and ginger tea. Better safe than sorry. So what's the origin of the phrase? You may have guessed it. It's got a garden-y origin. Back in the 1600s, gardeners would nip or pinch off buds from plants to stop them from blooming or growing the wrong way. A bud is that tiny start of a flower, and if you didn't want it progressing, you'd snip it early. By the 17th century, people started using it figuratively to mean stopping problems before they grow. One of the earliest mentions of this phrase pops up in a 1607 play by Francis Beaumont called The Woman Hater. Someone says, "Let's nip his desires in the bud," meaning they wanted to stop trouble before it started. That's over 400 years of nipping problems in the bud. So, just about any time you see something starting to go awry, and you know who's responsible, feel free to pull them aside with a, "Hey, I noticed something about this thing, and I think we should nip this in the bud before it becomes a bigger thing." Okay, folks, that's the scoop for today. Thank you for tuning in. See you next time on Prospeak. And remember, don't let any problems grow. Nip them in the bud.